Do
Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques,
Hulk,
Jacques,
Hulk.
what's up, ladies and gentlemen?
What's up? What's up?
What's
What's up?
going
We
on?
here.
What's up, y'all? What's happening?
We are here. We are here.
We
Say
here.
long hair, don't care. All that crap.
Long beard don't care either, man. Long
Hey,
beard.
long
Yeah.
beard. You right, long beard.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hope
man.
everybody's staying safe out here, man. Of course, we got to bring you the content like we do.
Yes,
No, we
sir.
didn't have a show last week. You know what I mean? But of course, we coming back this week with the hot and heavy. It's not a
Absolutely.
live show, but of course, we haven't done a pre-recorded show in a minute, man.
We
So
haven't. We haven't. We
it's-
haven't.
we kind of like to switch them up a little bit. So
Exactly. Give you all a different perspective. You know what I mean? And the chop up show is still gonna be popping. We got a chop up show next week with a special guest, so just be prepared. But yeah, man, sometimes we gotta have these pre-recorded shows too, man. To really kind of sit down and discuss things like gentlemen,
Yep.
and and just really break things down.
Yep.
Definitely. Yes.
Exactly. Likewise, man. Like you said, man, we here. Of course, we know training camp has started back, so
Yep.
and a lot of things are rotating and changing, man. It's getting serious out here. We know
Yep.
hockey just started back, NBA is starting up.
Yep.
So man, it's a new world, dog. A new world.
Yep. New world, a new way of doing things.
Yep.
And, even now, even with this show, we're having to do these conference calls. You know what I mean? We hadn't done a show together at the
Together.
same spot in
Man,
months
it's been since
since February, March.
about I think about early March.
Yep,
Yeah, I
early
think it is
March.
March. I
Early
think it
March.
was early
Yeah,
March,
man.
It's
Yes,
been a minute,
yes.
dog. So
It has. It has. Yeah, I ain't physically seen you since then. That's
That's
crazy.
true. That
You
is
know what I
true.
mean?
That
Yeah.
is
We're almost in
crazy.
August.
Man, we are almost in August, man.
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
it's crazy, dog.
Crazy, man.
Crazy stuff, man.
Yep. Well, we hope all you Titan fans are out there, man. Keeping yourselves, protected, keeping yourselves with the mask on. You know what I mean? And hope everybody's doing okay. Again, thank you for watching our show. As always, we truly appreciate all of you. And as you guys know, man, we have a lot to talk about.
Man, we sure do. A lot has
Man,
been happening, man. A
sure
lot.
is. Sure is.
A lot. And like you said, man, we appreciate it. Of course, we had 1,000 subs now. So,
Yep.
hey, welcome to the family. Whoever just subscribed, welcome to the
Welcome.
weekly family. We here. We the Lord to chop it up with the fans and enjoy things. But like you said, a lot of things have happened. It may seem like NFL news is coming out every day,
It really is.
like almost every hour, almost, and every like 30 minutes, something is coming up. Something
Yep.
is happening. So it's crazy, man.
Crazy, man, crazy. And our last show that we had, man, we did have a winner. We had given out a Titans mask for the question of the day, so we sent that out. We'll do things like that as well to keep our fans involved in things, and to show our appreciation and the time that you guys have given us. Even today, and we'll talk about it a little bit later too, man. So we had posed a video on our Instagram about Maurice Jones-Drew, and he actually responded. He had something to say on it or whatever. So if you guys get a chance, check out our Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, holla at him. He's there, and hopefully we can do a show with him when the Jags do play the Titans, man. We'll chop it up with Maurice Jones-Drew because he seems like he has a lot of opinions to say about the Titans. So we'll definitely discuss that later in the show. We definitely will, man. We will. So guys, we're gonna again discuss a myriad of topics, man. We posted some on our YouTube on things we're gonna discuss today. As we do, we're gonna discuss things, but this is not a show. It's gonna just be a freestyle, man. We have things that we want to discuss and give you guys an opportunity to hear our opinions, hear facts, and then of course when live shows happen, give you guys an opportunity to and have you all involved as well too. So, so we got a treat for y'all today, man. So,
Absolutely.
so speaking of that. Opting out, right? A lot of players, man, are just opting out. They're choosing not to play this season because of the virus that is out right now. A lot of them have young families, having babies being born, having, maybe family members who have other health issues. We have some that are opting out that they have their own existing health issues. So, fully understand as to why players are opting out. Again, that does put a dent on the team. When you look at even the Chiefs, with Laurent Duvernay, he's out. You know what I mean? They're starting left tackle. So you're gonna, as time is going on, more big players are being out because of the virus. The Titans haven't really been hit too much on this yet, but a lot of teams have. So Jacques, question for you, man. So, I've been seeing, fan comments of people saying that player's selfish. We don't need him anyway. I'm like, I guess I feel differently because, man, look, I can't go to work in my job in the building. I have to work from home, just like you have to work from home, right? So, if players have that option, that's what they decide to do. But how do you feel about the NFL and the opting out, man? Like, if you were a player in today's world, man, what would you do at this time, man? Or how do you just feel overall?
So overall, I mean, I understand it. I mean, literally, if I have a condition that I can definitely get sick from, I'm definitely going to opt out. If I have a family, if I have young kids or a baby or wife that's pregnant, I'm opting out. Especially if I'm a veteran and I've made my money. If I'm lucky enough to play for the Patriots, I don't want all these Super Bowls, and I just want to take a year off, definitely. Now, some people will say that's selfish. That's selfish. That's selfish. But also, we got to remember these are human beings. They're just not puppets playing for entertainment, and that's a lot of people would say they are, but at the same time, no, they're human. They're looking out for their families and their well-being. Now, on the other hand, if I had to play the devil's advocate, if I didn't have no family, it's just me, I'm kicking it, and I want to play ball, of course, I'm not going to opt out. I'm going to play like James Conner. He said he's playing. I'm like, hey, more power to you. Half the Patriots team has opted out. So it's almost like, hey, I'm taking a break. It's literally like, if I'm established, if I have a good contract, if I got flowing money in, I'm opting out. If Patrick Mahomes really wanted to, he can opt out tomorrow and he'll be okay. His left tackle just opted out. So it's just something, and I think the running back
he did. Damian Williams
opted out. So it's one of those things, like you said, you're starting to see the trickle-down effect, and the Titans really haven't been hit heavy yet.
Right.
But I don't think it will happen as heavy with us as it would with other teams because we have a tight-knit culture. But at the same time, I can also understand if your wife is pregnant, I got to do my thing, quarantine for 14 days. I don't get to see my family and my baby. I mean, if you think about it, how the NBA is, man, they have NBA players in a bubble, literally in a bubble. You can't go nowhere. Yep. So if the NFL adopts that mantra and adopts that particular process, then what happens is, hey, I don't get to see my wife for the rest of the season or my kids for the rest of the season. Can I live with that? I know Goodwin, is it Marquise Goodwin, the San Francisco wide receiver?
Yes, Marquise Goodwin, yes.
He put out a statement, and he had his wife there with him and his baby, and he explained, he said, this is why I'm opting out. Is because they've had their situations with everybody should know their situation.
Right.
And what happens is, I understand, hey, he has a newborn. If he brings that home to the newborn, that's detrimental. That's deadly to his wife. So I definitely get it, man. What about you, Hawk?
So, dude, you bring some great points, man, about opting out on two sides of the coin, veteran versus a guy that's trying to make the team, right? I mean, that's a great way of thinking it through. And like you say, I would have to look at it based on where I'm at, maybe at that time. But then overall, man, I'm like, sometimes, we don't know these player situations. And a lot of times you don't know things until it hits home. Some people still don't even believe that it's even out here, right? And some people don't even believe the severity of the situation. Yes, there's a lot of people that don't die from it, from what they say and things of that nature. But who wants to even have that? Who wants to have flu version 10, right? I don't want the flu.
I don't want the flu.
Exactly. Correct. I don't want none of that stuff. And so, and I'm sure 90% of Americans have had the flu. I've had the flu several times. I have asthma as well. So, to have that compound and have that, the virus is like having flu times 10. Like, who even wants that? And putting yourself at risk and putting others at risk. So I understand players saying, I'm good for right now. I'm good. Like, I don't want to play. It's not being selfish. It's not being selfish at all. You got to look at family first, right? Families first. Would you guys that's watching the show, would you choose your job over your family?
Right.
I doubt it. I think not, right? So you have to look at it like this is their job, right?
Mhm.
And so, I don't look at it as if they are letting the team down. They're looking at it from a health perspective, a family perspective. Some of these players have probably had it hit home. They might have had family members because based on how many numbers of people who have it, everyone probably knows at least one person that has it. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying? Maybe
absolutely.
probably a month ago, it might have been several who didn't know. Like,
Right.
I was telling Jacques, man, I've known people over the past several days. I haven't been
So,
around them, but people who've had it that
mhm.
just have been has had contracted the virus.
Right.
So that hits home to say, hey man, that's real, bro.
Right.
That's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm not playing around with that. So, I think players are now just taking it more serious and to
Mhm.
say, football is not that important, man. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's not
Right.
that important. My family's more important.
Right.
Me and Jacques, both family men, we have wives, we have children as well too, man. And, I don't want to put them in a situation because of me. You
Right.
know, hey, it could happen to anybody, anywhere. But if you know how to help to limit it, then limit it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally could go to the gas station to get it. It might happen,
Yep.
right? But
Mhm.
you're playing football,
Oh
right?
man.
And like you said about the bubble, the NFL is different because in basketball, you have 12 to 15 players per team,
Mhm.
right? That's
Mhm.
maybe 350 to 400 players. In the NFL, right now it's 80 players per team,
Yep.
okay? So at the end of the day, you have a 53-man roster over 32 teams. That's a lot of players to put in the bubble, which I don't
Yep.
think could happen, right?
Yep.
And so that's the issue. And basketball, right now, the bubble's a shorter term because the playoffs is coming.
Yep.
Football will be a whole season in the bubble. I don't think they would do that.
Yeah.
So
They wouldn't.
players, if you are deciding to opt out, salute to you, man. I understand, bro.
Even
No
side note.
judgment this way. No
Right.
judgment this way,
No
bro.
judgment either.
Yep.
Side note, you hear about the Bills? I think five rookies with the Bills have caught the virus, and
Wow,
they sent
man.
their whole rookie mini camp virtually. So I mean, that's something that we would have to be prepared for.
Exactly.
Is like I heard about the soccer team that the soccer team literally almost, I think it was Nashville.
It was
It was
Nashville. Here in Nashville.
Nashville.
Yes.
Yep, there was 9 players that got the virus, and
Yep.
and I think they got kicked out of the tournament. So
Yep.
that's something that
The Miami Marlins.
the
You know what I'm
Marlins
saying?
do,
This
right?
weekend they supposed to have some games in Miami. And I'm trying to think who was to play them. They's like, hey man, we're not going to Miami.
Yep,
We're not going to Miami.
and that's a good point, because that's another thing. Say when we do have to go play the Steelers, if their state rules are different, or if they have
Yep.
a spike, then hey, well, we can't play this game this week. When can we play it? You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
correct.
fans, people, we got to realize we living in new times. Okay,
Yep.
we can
Yep.
throw the old times. We can remember, hey, how football used to be was we got lucky to see an AFC championship with the Titans, but
Right.
now this is the new how everything is looking, and now how it's looking, man, is it's gonna be spotting, it's gonna be intermittent. And college ball the same way, man.
Yep.
It's gonna be intermittent. You're gonna see teams drop off here and drop off there. So, man, it sucks, man. But
Yep. It does, man. It sucks. It
definitely.
sucks,
So,
man.
Hulk, we know
Yes.
training camp is started and
Yep.
players were supposed to report, but there was one player from the Titans, and we just
Yes.
signed him. They didn't report, and his name was Mr.
Yep.
Vic Beasley.
Yep.
So we know the penalties you get when you don't report to training camp. They put him on the pup list, I think.
Yep.
Well, elaborate on that. How do you feel about him not? I mean, we've heard been a statement from John Robinson that came out today, and
Mhm.
other things have come out today about a situation. So how do you feel about it, Hawk?
So when I first heard about Victor Ramon Beasley Jr., my first thought was like, you have to be kidding me, right? You're not reporting to camp. We just signed you to a big deal, a 1-year deal. And right now for our defense, it's very important for the players to be there if you're going to decide to do it. If you're going to opt in, you need to be in, right? You need to be there, be ready. So initially, I really wanted to go over the rail and just be like, man, come on, Vic Beasley, bro. Like, come on, dude. You need to be here. But, it's real weird for players not to show up and you just sign a contract. Okay, that's not normal, right? And so, initially John Robinson was like, we've talked to him. He'll be fine, of course. I think maybe 50 grand a day, right, of how long he's out. But then, news just came not too long ago that it was due to a family member, right, as to why he did not report to camp. And he advised he will come to camp at some point, maybe within the next day or two. So, Titan fans, I understand if you guys are a little pissed off or a little more anxious or whatever, but he'll be there. He'll be there. And, we don't know what he's dealing with. You got this virus out here, man. He could could have a death in the family, many different things. And yes, maybe he could have said something. Maybe he could have made a statement. Maybe he has the virus and just don't want everybody to know, right? And it could be so many different things. But, it's been assured that he will be here. He's dealing with a family issue. And family issue is a broad topic. When you say family issue, it could be about anything, a la Lou Williams, right? Lou Williams, the LA Laker, who's from Atlanta, he was out, because of a family issue, and he got caught at Magic City, right? The strip club down in Atlanta, which I've been to before, but it's
right, likewise.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little overpriced, a little overrated too. But the food there is really good.
Banging.
It's great. So I think that he was there for that and other reasons, I'm sure, too, or whatever. But he was there for family issues. So hopefully we don't see Vic Beasley on the video clip throwing money in the strip club, right? That would really piss the Titan fans off, right? So, so hopefully whatever Vic Beasley's dealing with, man, we just hope, everything is okay. Vic Beasley, if he happens to watch the show, we just hope that everything is all right, man. And good luck to you, bro. Hey, let's get some sacks, bro. We paid you a big deal for 1 year. It's time for you to show. You're 28 years old, bro. It's time to show out. So, he in this situation, what happens, just like anywhere, even at a job, man, sometimes when you start out at a new job and you call out sick the first day, that's not a good look, right? With your boss and your team. They're like, he's already called out. And so when you're already kind of starting off on the wrong track. Right. So hopefully he'll get through and he'll have a hell of a season to where we won't even remember this, right? So Vic Beasley, hope you good, bro. Hope whatever you're dealing with and whatever your family's dealing with, hope everything is all right, man. But hey, ball out, young brother. What about you, man?
Man, no judge zone, man. Like I said, as they say, a family issue. We're gonna roll with it, but at the same time, you got to communicate a little bit better. Like that's the thing, communicate. At least hop on the phone with Robinson and say, "Hey, I ain't gonna make it, bro. This is what's going on. This is what's happening." But I mean, like you said, he'll be in camp. Like literally, he'll probably show up tomorrow or Monday. I mean, and he probably needs to clear his head. You think about it, like you said, man, we in quarantine drive you crazy, man. So it doesn't surprise me. Matter of fact, it wouldn't surprise me if more players start doing this, not showing up to stuff and just kind of doing their own thing. But
Dennis Rodman, right?
Yeah, right. Like Dennis Rodman takes off for 2 or 3 days, say I need to clear my head and go to Vegas. Like you crazy, man. But I understand. I get it. You of course sometimes you got to get away. But at the same time, man, like you said, we signed you to a 1-year deal. Hey, if you're gonna miss camp like this, dog, then day one you need to come in here. I need to have 3 sacks the first game. I need to have something because we don't know the Clowney situation. We don't know if we're gonna get him or not. So, hey, you are the next best thing, man. We need you to step up. So I'm not worried, man. He'll be okay and he'll come in and show out. But he needs to go ahead and come to camp. But I mean, if it is a family issue, hey, take as much time as you need, bro.
Yep.
But like you said, man, we got you back, bro. If you watch the show, we got you back.
Yep, that's correct, sir. That's right, bro. That's right. So speaking of players, right, and speaking of this virus that's going around and everything. So, yes, it's from a Titan standpoint. I think out as far as a physically unable to perform list, not COVID. But Isiah Wilson is out. He is on the injured reserve / the virus. We don't know if he has it or he's been exposed to it or whatever. We have no idea, right? But again, as we were talking about earlier, as far as players opting out and different things like that, now with Isiah Wilson being out because of this situation, right? How do you feel about that? Do you feel this is going to hurt him or have him to have a slow start? Will impact him in any certain way? Again, we don't know how long he's going to be out, but what impact do you think it's going to have for him in his start, man?
So we got what they say, 14 days, right?
Yep.
We get contact and he's missing 14 days of camp. That can be a huge impact because, like I said, I like Isiah, but Isiah has a lot to learn, okay? Especially if he's going to take over the starting right tackle position from Kelly, because eventually that's what's going to happen, right?
Yep.
He's a good run blocker, but pass blocking, I'm kind of nervous because he's so big. Exactly. So when you miss things like that,
facts, no paper,
then it turns around. And you missing valuable time. And we've had this happen before plenty of times. So this is the thing about the virus that sucks is that when you literally have rookies coming in here that's trying to make a team and they get impacted by the virus, which is not their fault, it puts us and puts them at a risk to the point where, okay, man, we don't know how you're going to do your rookie year. You're really not really going to have a rookie year. You really have to come in, plug and play, and you got to learn as you go, literally. Learn as you go. Yep. And the sad part about it is, like you said, we don't know if he has the virus. We don't know if he's been around with somebody in the virus. The scary part about it is if he does have the virus, hopefully it's minimal. But if it is impactful, will he be able to play up to what he was at first? You see what I'm saying? I see, like I said, the thing about this whole thing is I see a lot of players training on their own, training around different people. And, of course, the NFL is versus the NBA. NBA is more of a, like you said, a smaller unit. You can control it better. You can say, hey, guys, you practice on your own or get tested and practice who you need to practice with. The NFL is more of like a wild, wild west. Man, you do what you want to. You go over here and you train with this trainer. Hey, we'll link up, bro. Meet me in Cali. We'll link up. Boom, boom, boom. So I've seen Isiah out there practicing and getting ready for the season. The problem is hey, bro, we need you to be in a bubble, dog. Let's like Henry. I'm keeping Derrick Henry in a bubble, bro. You're not going nowhere,
exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Ryan Tannehill too. You're not going nowhere, dog. Like literally, like y'all two need to stay in a bubble, and that's the scary part about this whole thing. So with Isiah, will it impact him? Yes, it's going to impact him when it comes to training camp. When it comes to rookie training camp, oh yes. If he's not there by the second week of August, we got a problem. Okay, we have a humongous problem. We still got Kelly, which is good because Kelly is the veteran. Kelly is there to basically teach him how to be a right tackle. I still don't like the fact that we pay Kelly all that money and we end up getting a right tackle, but that's a whole nother show. Right. But definitely it's going to hurt him. What about you? What you think?
Dude, I totally agree, sir. Yes, I do think it will impact him. Just like, again, as I referenced earlier about getting into a new job, this is a new job for Isiah Wilson. New city, new team, a new profession, right? He's a professional now in football. He's getting paid to do these things now. So, yes, I think it will be an impact when you first come in and you're not being trained, right? And all of a sudden you come in, now you're expected to do the job, right? And all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta catch up. I got to, read the playbook probably 10 times more than anyone else right now because I'm so far behind. And, given his circumstance, he can't be around the team. Right. He has to be to himself. And so, what people may not realize too, man, is maybe people might not, everyone doesn't deal with things the same, right? No one does. And, hopefully it doesn't depress him. Hopefully it's not a situation where he's in a bad mood because of this. And, he comes back flustered, because, again, we don't know how long he's going to be out. And then the good thing about having Dennis Kelly is because now we're not expecting Isiah Wilson to be a star. It's like, oh, no, our starting left tackle is out, right? Now we need to sign somebody. So we already have Dennis Kelly. So that helps us in that regard that we at least have somebody there. But, I have my reservations about Isiah Wilson anyway, especially from a pass blocking standpoint. I have to see it to kind of feel how good he could be. But I think, starting out as a lineman, yes, you need reps. You need to be out there. Exactly. So, I'm not mad at him. It's nothing we can do about that. But I think the negative impact for him is not being out there, not getting reps, not working out, making sure he's okay mentally, making sure he's okay physically. All those things play an important factor before you get onto the football field. And see, by the time he gets onto the football field, these players have already been out there 2 to 3 weeks, getting reps, getting hit, getting used to everything. And that, ladies and gentlemen, Isiah Wilson's a big, big dude. He's the biggest dude on the team, right? He's huge. So we want to make sure as well that he's in shape, right? Yep. He's gonna probably be out of shape starting out because he's gonna be quarantined for a while. Look, you can work out as much as you can at home, ladies and gentlemen. Football is totally different. Me and Jacques, again, have played many, many years of football. We fully understand and know what we're talking about. Yep. You can work out all off season and be right. Like, I know you guys see videos of Derrick Henry working out like crazy. Kevin Byard, all them guys, right? But you got to put them on the football field. They got to get hit some. They got to run sprints. They got to get used to putting pads on, all those different things. That's what exactly. And you're asking that of a 6'7", 360-pound young 21-year-old kid to do. And he's never done as far as playing professionally. So, yes, it will be an impact, man. It will.
Remember, the game is faster. The guys are much stronger, quicker. So, no, you're right, man. Like you said, it's 2 different types of shape. Like you said, you can be in track shape. You can be in basketball shape. But there's no shape like football shape, man. Taking them hits, taking them reps. I mean, literally, it's a different type of feeling. And then once you are in football shape, man, that's some of the best times and best time I've been in shape in my life, man. Like literally,
Yes.
football.
Football. Yes. Feel like a
Literally,
bull. You feel like a bull. When you're in
you can't
football
be
shape,
stopped.
right. That's why a lot of players get into fights because they
Really?
feel like, superior physically.
Yes.
Like I can run through a wall.
I
Yes.
man, me playing that, we'll go out that night and I'm ready to jack again. I'm like, my adrenaline is still going. So it's like you say, that's a great point, Hawk, being in shape, definitely. So man, definitely. So also, man, we'll bring up something here, man. We know we had the NFL top 100 list come out, and it's been about the past couple of weeks.
Yes.
And we had quite a few Titans on there. Shout out to D. Henry in the top 10. Shout out to Logan.
King.
Shout out to Casey. But we know a couple of guys got snubbed, man.
Oh, yeah.
That boy A.J. Brown got snubbed. His counterpart from Ole Miss, DK, was on the list, which I don't know how. I'm like, okay, he didn't even eclipse 1,000 yards. But I got something to say about this list in a minute.
Yep.
But the most important player in the league, one of the best players and the best safeties in the league,
correct,
KB, got snubbed, okay?
He did.
And I think it's his second year in a row getting snubbed. Yep. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I think he made it last year. I think so.
I will have to research that, but he got snubbed, okay? So we know this is a contest done by your peers.
Yep.
Also, we know Lamar Jackson he was number one on the list, which that's disrespect to Pat Mahomes, which we know they beat us. But I will say this every day: Pat Mahomes is way better than Lamar Jackson, and anybody can argue me with that. Yep. Hey, Ravens fans,
let's have a discussion about it. Absolutely, let's talk.
Let's have a mad discussion about
it. Let's talk about it. Right.
Let's talk about it.
Russell Wilson too.
Russell Wilson as well. Deshaun
Watson.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yep. Let's talk.
So when you don't have Byard, at least in the top 20, at least in the top 15, okay, of safeties. He doesn't even get the respect to be a number 5 top safety in the league, okay? Yep. He gets disrespected by Deion Sanders, and I love Deion, man. He's like one of my
favorite players of all time. Exactly.
I try to tailor my game after Deion, but that was disrespectful, Deion, to do KB like that. And I don't know, maybe it's because he went to your alum, you know what I mean, MT. Right. But we know.
Cold blue.
Hey, we know 20 picks in college, you don't just come around making 20 picks in college, man. It's ridiculous. So I come to ask you, Hawk, how do you feel about that, man? How do you feel about that snub? I know, like you said, it's your alum. Yep. It's your fellow Blue Raider. How do you feel about that?
So, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Byard has now been in the league. He's going into his 4th season. Kevin Byard has 17 interceptions, ladies and gentlemen. There's not a player in the league that has that many interceptions over that time frame more than Kevin Byard. 4 years. Okay. When Kevin Byard is around the football, he picks the football off. His range skills are unbelievable. His awareness is unbelievable. Again, there's not a lot of teams at all that beats us deep, middle, especially. You might get us on the corners at times. Deep middle, Kevin Byard has it on lock. Yep. And, the team, moves and through Kevin Byard. Kevin Byard is a leader and has been since a rookie. He's been starting since he was a rookie. Yep. Kevin Byard wasn't even invited to the draft combine and got drafted in the 3rd round. Has been balling since the day he came here, right? What's so crazy again, as we mentioned early in the show, we posted a video of where they spoke upon Kevin Byard being the most disrespected player in the league as far as not making the top 100, which he should have been there. No question about it. He can't at least be number 52. Right. He can't be at least 52, 50, at least that. So Maurice Jones-Drew chimed in. It's like, man, I'm not worried about no Kevin Byard. He plays for the Titans. That was his choice. I'm not worried about him. And so we posted that on our Instagram, and Maurice Jones-Drew was like, well, the rivalry will always live on or whatever. And, a lot of our followers had, commented on that. But, what he should have said, taking the personal vendettas out of it because your Jags suck and they can't ever beat the Titans, not even on a bad day. What he should have said is, man, look, all jokes aside, man, I know I played for the Jags the majority of my career. I got to give props to Kevin Byard. Kevin Byard has 17 interceptions. Kevin Byard has made the Pro Bowl. Kevin Byard has made first-team All AP NFL team. We have to look at this. Should he have made it? Of course he should have. Was he disrespected? Absolutely. So if I'm Kevin Byard, I'm sure he already is like this. I'm working out even more, man. I'm getting my hands ready even more to say, okay, keep disrespecting me, man. I should be in the top 100. And you know what's so crazy? A lot of analysts don't even know how to say his name.
They don't. They
The
don't.
Kevin Byard, Bird,
Yep.
Byard. I mean, they just be jacking his name. I'm like, do these folks know football?
Nope.
Me and Jacques know all the players on all the teams in the league, man. About 80%, right?
No. Yep.
Exactly. So it's like if you're a real analyst, you would know that Kevin Byard is a beast. He's a baller. If you're a real NFL guy that make these rankings, I don't know how the rankings come about. I don't think it's from the players, because if he would have been on there, it's because of the players. But if they look at everything, they would know, like, okay, man, this guy's over here. He has 17 interceptions over here. The Titans don't never get beat deep middle. This guy right here, right? 31. We definitely got to put him in the top 100, man. So, yes, it's a travesty, man, that he's not on the list, man. Kevin Byard is arguably our best defensive player on our team, dog.
Yep.
So, and Logan Ryan made it. Jarrell Casey made it, deservingly so. But you can't put 31 on the game. You on the team. That's crazy, bro. What about for you, man? Bull crap, bro.
Like you said, that's happened to. That's been our history as a Titans fan, as a Titans player. We always get disrespected in some way, somehow, some fashion. That's just how it goes. I mean, they would disrespect Steve. They would disrespect Eddie. Keith Bullock would get disrespected. I mean, it's just how it goes to be a Titans fan. I've accepted it. I said, you know what? It is what it is, because the NFL doesn't define the Titans, right? They just have us in their league, right?
Yep.
The players, they disrespect. But what did we end up doing last year? We ended up going to the AFC Championship, and people didn't even have us going to the playoffs, literally. So it's just frustrating sometimes, but I've accepted it. I said, you know what? We're always going to be that underdog. I like being an underdog, actually. Keep playing that underdog role, because your stats are going to talk, man.
Yes.
And Byard will turn around, and I guarantee you, by the end of his career, interception-wise, he'll be up there with the greats like Reed and Troy Polamalu. I guarantee you, because the kid, he works hard. He's a grinder. He grinds it out. And if somebody wants to say, well, no, he will. I mean, you have 17 interceptions. You only been in the league 4 years. Come on, man. 4 years, you have 17 interceptions. He's 3 shy from his college number.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just – and, of course, we know the league's going to eventually – each year is going to gradually grow, and we turn it into more of a passing league. So, he's going to have plenty of opportunities. But the boy can eclipse 30 interceptions by year 8. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Year 10, what? And we know safeties play a long time. These jokers play 15 years.
They do.
No telling what's going to happen. Now, if he played for the Cowboys, I guarantee you he'd be a household
name. Facts. Facts, no paper, of course.
He'll be a household name. He even played for the Ravens, he'll be a household name.
Yes, exactly.
But it's just our market, our region. You're the Titans. You guys are irrelevant. Your team doesn't mean this. And almost now, I'm going to tell you what I am tired of. Like I said, I can accept the national media disrespecting us and everything and crap like that. But at the end of the day, you're going to put some respect on our name at the end of the day.
Yep.
You're going to put some respect on the Titans. And that's some too that made me mad was they snubbed A.J. Brown as well. I'm like, the rookie, he got 1,000 yards.
On 60-some catches.
On 60-some catches.
That's unbelievable.
Statistically, they say any rookie that gets 1,000 yards ends up, his career trends up.
It
not
does.
Down.
Exactly.
Trends up. You know what I mean? He tailors his game off of Julio Jones and Michael Thomas. That tells you something. Hell, Byard even probably tailors his game off of Ed Reed and Polamalu. So when I look at the disrespect, does it shock me? No. I mean, this is what they do. That's literally what they do. Now, of course, they say, hey, we give and take. We gave you Derrick Henry in the top 10. We ain't got to give you Byard in the top 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, it's messed up, but we know here in Tennessee, we know as Titans fans, because we got Titans fans all around the world. We know people. That Byard is our bread and butter, our cornerstone on defense. He's our leader. Like you said, he's been leading this team in that defense since he was a rookie, man. That's hard to do as a rookie, man. As a rookie, okay? One season he had, 9 interceptions? Come on, man. You don't and he's only been to the Pro Bowl, once?
I think once, yes, just once.
I mean, still getting snubbed with that.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Still getting snubbed. And if now PFF knows the respect because they know the stats. They know stats talk. They're stat guys. So they're like, hey, statistically, Byard is a top 5 safety. Maybe a top 3, if you want to put it that way.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, I stopped watching the top 100, man, years ago, man, because it's a popularity contest. Everything with this sport now is a popularity contest. If you're not the Ravens, if you're not the Steelers, if you're not the Cowboys, if you're not the Patriots, then you're irrelevant in this whole fold. If you're not the Eagles, you're irrelevant, okay?
Yep.
If you're not a household football name, you're irrelevant. They might put us at the bottom tier. Oh, they're the Tennessee Titans. We don't care about them. Well, we do. You see what I'm saying? So I stopped watching that a long time ago because I just know. I said, who they gonna snub this time? You know what I mean? Who they gonna mess up this time? You see what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
I mean, and with the whole list, the Patrick Mahomes thing, Chiefs fans, I know, I understand. Literally, we understand. You give Lamar Jackson the number one, the crown. Come on now. Like we can talk about it.
Yep.
That's a whole different show.
Yep.
But that's how I feel, Hawk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely, bro. Definitely.
So
yeah, man. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, as always, we appreciate your time, man.
Always.
We enjoyed this show, dude. Man, we've been talking about it for 4 or 5 days before the show, man. Could not wait to do the show tonight, man. You know, we're gonna have another show here coming up soon too. So just be on the lookout, and everything. And so, as always, you guys can subscribe to our channel, of course. You can also, as well, you can hit us up on email at TennesseeTitansWeekly@gmail.com, as well on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly, and on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7, folks.
Like Hawk said, should like, share, subscribe. Tell your grandmama, your uncle, your cousin, your cat, your dog. Tell everybody. And let's get the followers up on Instagram, man. Like,
yes, sir.
Like we got some heat. It looks like it's heating up over there when we get Maurice Jones-Drew to comment on our Instagram post. That's some deep stuff. So y'all go ahead, subscribe or follow the Instagram. And go ahead and talk y'all stuff, man. They say talk your stuff, man. Talk your stuff. Hey, represent for the Titans. Light them up in the comment section. And Maurice, if you watch our videos, man, hey, much love. We want to get you on the show because we want you to argue your point versus ours. So definitely, man.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. So ladies and gentlemen, man, thanks again for watching the show. Hit the like button there at the bottom as well. And look, we will see y'all very soon, folks.
Very soon.
Yes, sir.
We got a special show coming up next week, so get ready.
You ready? Tighten up, folks.
Tighten up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.